How's everyone going? Good, do what you got to do to earn a few bob. This belongs to a friend of mine. He sells cars, obviously. He bought it from somebody. Not exactly sure who. But he's got it for sale. It had a crook gearbox in it. So he had somebody change the gearbox. How many kilometres on this thing? 130,000 Ks. He So 1.6. 1.6, and it's got someone's replaced the gearbox. Essentially, they put a second-hand gearbox in it. That's all good. We can handle that. But then after he's had that replaced by somebody, I haven't heard this before, so you and I are all going to hear it at the same time. That's not really going to interest anybody when they hear that running like that, so I've got to investigate and see what's making that rattle. And I think I know what it is. And I think I know why it is. I don't know if 130 is real Ks. Oil's pretty clean. Have a look in there later. What I think is when they put the box in to do the converter up, because it's auto obviously, in turning the engine backwards, it's compressed the chain tensioner, and the chain tensioner is stuck in and it's not releasing, not coming back. So go in there and have a look at that, and we'll see what we see. Okay, the clock on the clubhouse wall says it's 3 o'clock. I've got the rocker cover off this thing. I don't know if it's had as many oil changes as what you would think it should have had, because that's pretty grotty in there. 130,000 kilometres. And I'm pretty sure the chain tensioner is what the problem is. Have a look, and I'll let you know what I find. Okay, so I've got the cover off, and there's the offending little bugger there. So I'll get down a bit lower. There's the tensioner. That's where the problem is, and I've just got to see what I can do about making it work again. So we'll see what we find. I might have to pull that off there yet, just to see what we got. So there we go, the tensioner's out. If you can see, I'll use my screwdriver's pointer. This should normally have a spring in here. It's also oil pressure fed. There's a oil gallery there. And this should be able to spring out all the way to the end of there. So we've got a little stopper there to stop it from going further. So I'll have to investigate this and I think it's just going to be a whole heap of muck in there, and I think if I clean it out, should be pretty sweet to put back in. I'll pull it apart and see what we see. Yeah, so there you go, just a bit of carby clean on it, and works again. It doesn't feel like it's going to be any dramas in the future, and unless someone does a gearbox or something. But let's just somebody wanted to put a set of bearings in this thing, engine bearings, and it's all for this. Now there's no new parts needed. A bit of silicone on that front plate, and you know, what have we got there? So half an hour, no power tools involved in this one. But I'll put him all together again, we'll listen to him run, should be nice and quiet now. Okay, so there we are, all back in. Should work fine. It's moving in and out, as you can see just there. So that all should be good. I'll reassemble him and let's have a listen to it. Okay, so there we are. It's all back together again. Doesn't look like really anybody's been at it. That's the way I like to leave them. Just on an hour. Beer o'clock at the same time. Let's have a listen. There we go. All better. Now we can go and turn this over. Give someone a half decent little car for cheap money. Have a good one, dudes. Check it.